Pot every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. as we meet elders from our different ethnic groups in Nigeria and bring you closer to your roots. Live on Citizen FM 93.7. Melting Pot. Don't miss it.
Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Yeah. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Hippa! Nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Yeah. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM.
Citizen FM 93.7. It's another day for us to, draw closer to our cultures on different levels. And I'm glad that you're tuning and listening. It is 93.7. This is Melting Pot, a show dedicated to bringing you information about your culture, your tradition, and of course exposing you to things that you may not know about different parts of Africa. You're listening to me right now. You may be from any part of Nigeria with peculiarities of culture to your people, but if you listen to us, you expose yourself to knowing what it is like to be from another place in Nigeria. I am Didi, and today on the show we'll be talking about kingship, why it's important in Africa, and why some cultures uphold it more than others, and of course what would ever warrant any king be dethroned. We know that African communities maintain social order through the kingship system. And the systems are very crucial in determining the social construct of the society. They determine the economic activities that were carried out, the transference of status, of wealth, of members, even contributions to who could marry who. As a matter of fact, they have embodied the nation, they embody the people, the land, their history, their subjects were considered, things that should be held sacred. Even the people who listened to kings or even to monarchs, they held them sacred and viewed the institution of kingship as eternal. Individual kings might die, but the monarchy that upheld the state always continued. Some places is still very popular. Some other places, well, not so much. We have a different political system run. But in some states in Nigeria, you still see a state governor, and then you still see kings, chiefs, different names for different people. We'll be looking at all of those. So stay with us on the show, okay? That's the focus today. I am joined by Omole Olusegun. I'm trying to remember from yesterday, and the tongue twister you gave me as title. Please call your title. Let me hear.
Thank you very much for having me. I am Comrade Omole Olusegun, the Atoloshe Asoludero of Ijesha Kingdom.
Atoloshe Asoludero. I got it, right?
Yes.
Atoloshe Asoludero.
You have matured.
Between yesterday and today, Abby. Nice to have you join us.
Thank you.
I also have Fred Ojime.
Yes, Ojime.
Yeah. From
Goma local government.
Okay, is it
Not
called
Gwe.
Precious? That's
Yeah,
from
it was.
Gwe.
It was yes, she's from Gwe.
She called in the other day, and I'm trying to, just remember everything as it is. Alrighty, people. So let's get started on it. Kingship. What does it mean to your people? Do you still have kings? Do you still have people leading in that capacity, or you've left everything to vigilante groups and political leaders?
Of course, there are kings. As a matter of fact, kings are so much respected in my land.
What are they called?
To.
Okay,
So, Tiv is the king of Tiv.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is that a king or a chief?
He's a king, not a chief.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's a king. All right, for you, is it still a thing in your place, or they don't have kings anymore?
Yoruba is a cultural tribe with obas. And then in my home case, we have Kabiesi, which is more powerful than anybody. We call them Kabiesi Alasha Ikeji Orisha.
Okay.
The next to the deities.
Okay, the deities. Okay. You Oba Kabiesi, what's the difference?
It is you are still referring to a single person.
Okay.
King is referred to as Oba.
Okay, that's the name. That is
Yes.
who you are.
Yes.
But Kabiesi is the greeting. Okay.
I thought it
You
was
see?
greeting.
Right? I thought so too.
Kabiesi means your majesty,
Oh, your highness.
your highness.
Okay.
It's great.
It's a way of reverence.
Yes.
Okay, I see. Kabiesi.
Reminds me of a movie.
Okay. What movie?
I can't remember the name now.
There are a lot of good movies these days that try to promote the African culture.
Yeah.
I think it was one. What is one? Anikolapo or something. So
Anikulapo.
Anikolapo. Okay. Everybody's seen the movie. It gave me a peep into, the Oyo Empire, what may have happened during the period. But of course, there are critics, the people who opine that it did not really give that rich cultural exposure that the Oyo Empire is known for, because the Oyo dynasty was a very powerful one during the time when it was like a thing. We remember the Dahomey women, the crisis from Benin Republic through. It's a lot when it comes to your people and culture and tradition. So when you said we Yoruba people were cultural, you were owning it, and I knew that yes, that was it for you.
Yes, like I used to tell you, there is a saying that said, where there is no king, any town without a king is like a city without civilization.
How is it said in Yoruba?
Ìlú tí ò bá ti sí ọba bí ọrùn tí ò sórí ń bẹ̀ ni.
Benny.
Okay, that was you were just happy. That was you
But
just
I think
fancy.
he entered well, right?
Well, you see, because Yoruba, we are always accommodative.
Okay.
And according to Professor Wole Soyinka,
Okay.
there is similarities between English and Yoruba, which is, if you say under boyability,
Okay.
under boyability. So,
Okay. Benny.
according to English, under probability.
Probability.
So, let me just give him.
Don't take it home. All right. Interesting start. for you people, the Tiv people, I know you people are, in comparison to the Yoruba ethnic group, you're a smaller group in comparison as a number.
In numbers, okay.
Of course, a smaller group in number in Nigeria, you know. So, what is it like in your place? When do the kings make the rules? Or are they just there just to uphold, the culture of the people by maybe because they've been told to be there? Are they the ones who make the rules? Are they the ones who ensure? What are their roles?
No, they make rules. It depends. It depends on the level of the king, because there are levels. They have to Tiv, which is the overall king of all Tiv people, whether home or abroad.
Okay.
Right. Then they also have T, that is the one who is in charge of local governments, and then I have
okay, like Te Guma. I think I've heard that.
Thank you so much. How?
I heard that.
Yeah, you should be a linguistic.
I know, right?
So they have Te Guma. Alright, so they usually align with the local government. You have Te Guma, you have Te West, like that.
Te Warawa. I think I've heard of something like that. Te Baragba or something. I can't remember.
Okay, let's move forward. So you have Tio, who is in charge of the council world. You also have Ota, who is in charge of the clan or kindred. And then you now also have Topande, who is the village head.
Oh, hierarchy.
Yeah.
Every person with their designated roles.
Yeah, so it depends. If to Tiv, for instance, okay, there was a day we talked about marriage, and I told you that to Tiv, Professor James Ayati said that bride price should not be more than 100,000.
Yes.
So it's a rule.
Okay, he made that rule in the capacity of
to Tiv of two. So every other king under him must obey that, and every other person, every Tiv person will obey that rule. So they make rules. It depends on the destinations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but the policies can change upon the death of a monarch. I know that they are in office until they die,
Until
right?
they die, yes.
Until they die.
Yes,
so, your word is as strong as your time on earth.
Yes, it is.
Once you pass on, another king can make a countering rule. Is that what you're saying?
That can work, but the good thing about it is this person, the new king, has cabinet. So he cannot just wake up one day and say, no, I don't want this, I want this. So he has cabinet, he has elderly people. There are some people in that cabinet who are more older than the king.
Yes.
Yes. So they consult people. If there is need to adjust it, there are need for adjustments, then that can happen.
I see. Interesting. Okay. It is the expression on your face.
He's waiting for the question.
It is the expression on your face for me. Is it the same thing for you people?
Well, in Yoruba culture and tradition, what do we even understand? What is king? Oba. Oba is the owner of the place.
Oh, that's what it translates to mean.
Yes, if you are Oba, it means your forefather are the first to come to that specific location. Now, in our own case in Yoruba Kingdom, it depends on how the account you have, your own school of thought. To me, the Onirisha, Kabiesi, Oba Dr. Ogunwusi Ojaja II is the paramount, is the overrule Oba in the Yoruba Kingdom.
Oh, really?
Yes. With history, seconded by the Alaafin of Oyo. And if you look at it, this is, I think, as we go, history we have to be coming.
Yes, please.
On the two hands.
No, by all means, take us through history.
Like me, like my own, if you look at it, my name is Omole Adeyemi Oluwasegun Funmi. Ade, any name you see Ade means you are from a royal house. You are a royal.
I think it's crown, right? Doesn't
yes,
it crown?
Ade means crown. My own is Adeyemi. My younger brother might be Adeyemo.
Okay.
Another person might be Adeshina.
Must be an
But
Ade.
Ade must be included in that name, just to showcase that you are a prince.
You are royalty.
And yeah, and if you are also a princess, there will be either Adeshola, Adeshewa, all this. Now, history has it that when our father, the first king in Yoruba kingdom, that is Oodua, he had a child.
Odua.
Odudua, which is
Odudua, because I was going to ask what the difference between Odua and Odudua.
The real pronunciation is Odua.
Okay, it's not Odudua.
You know, we have different intonation in Yoruba kingdom. I am an Ijesha man. We have the Oyos. If you look at the similarity between my own language and Ife people, Ekiti and Igbomina, then we call others who their tongue seems to be very fluent than ours. We refer to them as Oyo people.
Oh.
But all of us migrated out of Ife.
Oh.
Ife is our ancestral home.
Okay.
Now, coming down to my own position in the Ijesha land, we have a paramount ruler who is the king over the whole Ijesha land. And he is nobody than His Imperial Majesty, Oba Dr. Gabriel Adekunle Aromolaran Arole, is the paramount ruler. Now, each town under Ijesha Kingdom also have their own king. We have Elegboro of Ijebu-Jesha. We have Alesi of Ilesi. We have Awara of Iwara.
But these people, are they king?
They are also king. Many of them are also even first-class kings.
Oh.
But you know, when we say king, whatsoever the Owa has made in person,
Who is Owa?
Owa is the paramount ruler. That is the title Owa Obokun Ademola of Ijesha land.
Oh. Wow.
If you go to Ilesha right away, anywhere in Ijesha land, if you say, I'm going to the palace of Ademola, people will take you to the palace of Owa Obokun Ademola of Ijesha land, who is the paramount ruler of Ijesha land. Now, under this Ijesha kingdom, there are several kings.
Okay. Are they not chiefs? They are kings, different from chiefs again.
Yes.
Wow.
You see, in terms of chiefs, every palace, every town has its own chiefs. As we all know in Yoruba culture and tradition, the Otun, Chief Otun, is always the second in command. But in the Ijesha kingdom, it's not like that.
Okay.
In the Ijesha kingdom, we have what is called Obanla. Obanla is the second in command to Owa Obokun Ademola of Ijesha land. And unlike others, where a single king, if you go to Ogbomoso now, under Ogbomoso there are several chiefdoms. But the son of Ogbomoso happens to...
Wait, Shonwo, that's what you just said.
Shonwu of Ogbomoso.
Shonwo. But that's different from the Lagos State Governor's name, right?
Lagos State Governor name is Sanwo-Olu, Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
Okay, that one is different.
That one is a name. Shonwu is the king of Ogbomoso.
Okay.
Under Ogbomoso, there are some big cities under Ogbomoso. Like we have Ijeru. They have their king there. It's also a first-class king in Oyo State. This other place where the Ogbomoso people firstly settled before the Shon now went and fought against one spirit killing people in Oyo.
The physical man
Yes.
fought against the spirit.
The meaning of Shon means a warrior that brought the head of our enemy. Their enemy, their name was Elemosho.
Okay.
So when Shon went there, he killed that enemy and brought his head to the palace.
And the enemy was a spirit.
In human body.
Okay.
So if you look at it, king are very much important, and we pay homage to our kings. In Yoruba language, they will tell you nobody dare greet kings on standing. As a tribal man, even as little as a son I can born, once he has stand on that throne, I will prostrate.
Live.
It will be touching ground. He has turned to my father.
Wow.
And you cannot tell anybody that help me and carry this load in the palace. You will rather bring load to the palace. Yes.
Is that a proverb, or you are literally telling us something?
That is how it happens. You will not go to palace to say, I want to go and carry food or carry load. You will bring load
from outside
and come and drop it.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Homage.
If the king now gives you something, uncle.
Well, you see, in this kind of civilized world that we are, I have not changed from who I am.
Right.
I think sometimes ago when I was contesting for Osun State House of Assembly, the paramount king of my kingdom, Owa Obukun Adimula, said he wanted to support me. He went in and brought money, and I rejected it.
Why? Is it because it's against tradition, or you did not want to be supported?
As a traditionalist, I'm not an herbalist, but
okay.
As a custodian of our custom and tradition, if I take it, it means tomorrow if I'm also a king,
you would.
I've betrayed the trust in that culture and tradition.
No, but he knows he's a ruler, right? And he offered to help you.
Yeah?
Yes, he has played his role as a father that wanted to help me. But it is also for me to use my wisdom that you don't say, please help me. This load is in the palace. I want to take it to my house.
But can you meet outside and collect it?
If assuming his son or his child or any of the chiefs offers me such, I will collect it.
Okay, so
but if not in the palace,
we need to find a way around this thing.
Okay.
So the Oba can give his son something to come and give you outside.
Who am I first?
Okay. Why does it matter? You're a person who needs help.
Wait. You see, unlike now, there are many of our Obas now work elsewhere. And that is why I find it so difficult to understand this our generation. You see, in the olden days, the Obas don't do any other work than to protect the lives and property of the citizens, as in their people.
Are they warriors?
Many of these kings are warrior.
Okay, but seeing that it is inherited, right? I'm sorry, I need to get to the bottom of it. Seeing that this Obaship is inherited, do you have to fight your way to becoming an Oba, or you just become an Oba by birth?
There are conditions to become an Oba in Yoruba Kingdom.
Okay.
What are the conditions? One, you must be a prince.
Yes.
There are some hidden prince, but eventually maybe the late king or one of the prince might impregnate a lady by mistake outside, and because of the shame, they might not want to bring the shame. But there is no way. Once they want to choose an Oba, they don't just choose by you are from a royal house.
Okay.
They will consult the oracle called Ifa Olokun Asorodayo.
Okay.
That is the oracle. The oracle will point out at who is to be king. If we are 10, once they put on, they go through the oracle will tell them about Adeyemi, Adeshola, tell them about everybody, and the Ifa will now clarify that if this person become king,
this is what will happen.
His own reign will be better than this. So this one is better than this other person.
Is this how it is in Yoruba land? So it doesn't matter if you're the first son or the 12th son?
It is not about being the first child or last child.
Are you serious? I thought maybe Crown Prince was as a result of your birth rank, like you're the firstborn. Okay, so you're automatically the Crown Prince.
I am growing to see Crown Prince in Nigerian movies.
Okay. It's not a thing for you. Okay.
Yes. My father happens to be the first child of the house. And he is never a king.
His younger brother became king.
In fact, young.
Oh boy. Okay, and that's normal.
Yes, because consulting Ifa Olokun Asorodayo, the Ifa has said this person is the next Oba. Nothing to do nothing about it again.
Wow. Okay, you mentioned, I'm coming to you, Tiv. You mentioned a few things. You said Oni of Ife, Alafin of Oyo. They are all kings. And you said they have hierarchy, Who amongst them is more powerful?
As it stands today,
And why are they not called Oba? Why are they called Alafin or Ni?
they are all called Oba.
Okay.
If you look at it, like it is just because you are not a Yoruba person. Immediately you mention Oni, I said Kabiesi. You mention Alafin, I said Kabiesi.
Yes.
Why did I pay that homage? That is the culture and tradition, which me personally, how I wish we can go back to history in our school. ensure that you respect their cultures and tradition, except